Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about one of my favorite applications, and that will be PageSense. PageSense can be used to do many things. I prefer to use it only to what it's doing the best. PageSense can collect information the same way that Google Analytics can collect, but I prefer to use Google Analytics for the basic things that Google Analytics is doing. And it's doing in a much better way than Zoho PageSense. So I'm going to teach you the extra things that you can get out of Zoho PageSense. And I think that those are very, very interesting ones. So first of all, whenever you go to Zoho PageSense, pagesense.zoho.com, you can see your existing projects. And if you never opened it before, you will have here a code that you will need to install. Okay? I will show you this code in a second. Also, here you can create projects. And each project can be a brand or different set of activities or different set of tracking. Right now, I created just one named My Project, and I will click on that. Now, if you want to click on the integration, you can see different type of integration that you can pull into Zoho PageSense. You can also go to the project settings, and here you can see also more abilities, such as HIPAA compliance if you have to, privacy, cross-domain tracking, and so on and so on, okay? Lastly, you have here the snippet. So if you never installed PageSense, that will be your first time. You will need to give that to your web developer, or you can do it yourself. If you have Zoho Sites, it will be one of the basic integrations. So let me show you that. So I will go to the website, I will go to integrations, and then if you go to PageSense, you will need to select here the portal, the project, and update. That's it. So very, very simple. In any case, even if you do it on a WordPress website, it's very, very simple. Nothing too serious. Okay, so now everything is set. So let's go again to my project. You can see a few things. One, you can see the acquisition section and behavior. Both of them will do exactly what Google Analytics is doing. It's just Google Analytics is doing it in a better way. You have more reporting, more options. Obviously, it's a multi-billion-dollar application. It will have more abilities. But that's not what I'm going to talk to you today. Today, we are going to talk about this section. We're going to talk about the heat maps. We're going to talk about form analytics. We're going to talk about session recording, A/B testing. All that will be very interesting things that you can do with Zoho PageSense. Right now, we are going to start with the heat maps, and then later lessons, we're going to talk about the other applications. So first of all, the heat maps will be information that is being collected from the page. So I went already to this website. I clicked back and forth, and I also had few clicks on what. Even though it doesn't make any sense, that's what I did as a user. First of all, you see that it's running. You see that you had 3 visitors. You had 6 clicks and average of 2 clicks per visit. If I will click on the heat map, I can see the different pages that work. Basically, the user went, which is me. And if I will click on one of them, I can see the picture of the page. And also it will show me what was clicked. So you see I clicked multiple times on what, which I can see it here. And I also had a click here on the bottom. And I also clicked a few times on the email. So you can see the user behavior. Over time, it will collect enough information, and you will see the clicks that are in red will be multiple clicks, and the ones in blue or green will be a little bit of clicks. So bottom line, you are looking for the heat maps of the concentration of clicks. In a real-life scenario, you will see that people are clicking in areas that make sense for them, but not to you. And then if they are clicking, for example, on what, like I did here, and you see many people are doing it, probably there is a reason. maybe this what will have an underline or will be with different color, which will suggest that this is a link. And then a small adjustment on your website will fix it, because people will try to click, nothing happens, they will bounce. So that will help you to understand how people are behaving on your website. Also, you can go to the scroll map. Will show you how people are behaving on the page in terms of the scroll. Now, most of the times you will see the top of the page, you will see 100%. And then as they go down, the percentage will go lower and lower. For example, I went all the way to the email and I clicked here, but I didn't go too many times. Just one time I scrolled all the way down. So you have 50% of the visit went all the way down. Sometimes you will see that the content that you have on the top, obviously it will be 100% because this is where people enter. But then you will have here information that is not so interesting, and that will prevent people from scrolling down. For example, on our website, I will show you what I did based on this information. When people went down, they stopped here. So this area, they stopped here. And what I did, I went and I put our award to be below the services. And now I can see that people are scrolling down. When they reach the award, they like to see more, and they continue to scroll down to the case studies. So I was able, by just moving the sections up and down, I was able to make people scroll more and see more trust factors and more stuff that is making sense for them. And therefore, I'm able to get more of the visit, of the page visit. So there is lots of value for these statistics. The attention map will show you how much time people are spending on the page. So you will see here the seconds. So you will see 2.9 seconds in average for this area, 0.1 for this one, and now 6.3 on this section. The reason is because I clicked here a few times, and this is why it was 6 seconds. Obviously, you want to know where people are concentrating their time. And in real life, if I will see that I have here 0.1 seconds, I know that people are not interested in what I have to say here, or maybe the title is incorrect, or something is off. Maybe, for example, this picture, I will flip it, so this person is looking at the headline, and then you will see that people go here, they look at the person looks at the headline, they will look at the headline. And then it will give me a little bit more traffic, more conversion. So you want to see those numbers, and based on them, you can adjust your page. Otherwise, if you're not looking at this information and you adjust your content and adjust your assets, all you do is just create assets, but there will be no results. So what I'm showing you now can change everything, okay? This is very important. Obviously, you can also run a report on different dates. Right now is June 2nd. This is when I'm recording this lesson, and I have only data for today. The moment that you will start working with it, you can slice the information based on different dates, based on different segments as well. So all that can be done with PageSense. You can slice by country, UTM parameters, whatever you need. Works really, really nice. If you want, you can also export the information in CSV and send it to someone else. You can pause the data collection if you want. So if you have, let's say, whenever we are going live with a new version, I will usually pause the information because we'll have lots of testing, and I don't want this testing to ruin my data. So then I will see lots of people from the developer area. So I will pause the information gathering, and whenever the testing is done, I will resume it. So I'm losing a day of data, that's fine. But from the other side, I am not collecting garbage that will affect me a long time. Okay, so for now, that's all I wanted to show you for PageSense. Next, we are going to go with the form analytics. I will need to show you how to set up the page, how to track it. So it's a little bit more configuration based, but for now, we're good with what I wanted to show you.